Welcome to Hatha Yoga class. If you haven't joined me for yoga before, welcome. If you have joined me for yoga before, thank you for coming back. The reason I started streaming classes was because friends and students and people that I hadn't heard from for a long time reached out to me and said, hey, are you going to do virtual yoga? And so I'm doing this for you guys, and the added benefit is that I get to do it. And I need it in my life. So I've really enjoyed teaching yoga and meditation virtually. I know it's windy today. I'm sorry I don't have all of the best equipment, so hopefully you won't struggle to hear me too much, but we'll do our best. So for those of you that might be new to yoga or new to my class, this is not like a workout as hard as you can class. This is a listen to your body class and do what you can do mentality. So we are not pushing ourselves to the limit. We are going for feeling some kind of sensation or some kind of stretch. And so for some people, that's a really deep looking stretch. For other people, it might not look like they're doing much, but they're feeling that sensation in their body. And so I think the beautiful thing of being able to do this virtually is that there's not a whole class to kind of look around and compare yourself to. But I also don't want you to compare yourself to me and the farthest level that I might be cueing. So I typically let you know you can stop here. If you want more, you can do this. You can stop here. If you want more, you can do this. So my hope is that for those of you who do really want more, you're following me over here. For those of you who don't need that and feel some sensation or feel some stretch for doing less, do less. It's all about listening to your body and doing what you need to do. So hopefully you heard that. And let's get started. We're going to get started on our mats, on our backs, and I'm going to try the laying down thing again with the microphone. So we'll see how well we do. So we're going to start facing the sky or the ceiling, whatever is above your face. And palms are facing up. Arms are about a 45-degree angle from the body. Feet are falling out to either side. They're about as wide as your yoga mat, so that's a couple of feet. And I'm seeing a lot of comments. I'm hoping you guys can hear me. I'm worried. I don't want to get up and look at them, though, because I don't want to interrupt the class. So I'll look at them afterwards. Starting here, if you feel comfortable to close your eyes, you can close your eyes. And I'm going to sit up and cue for you as you're here, closing your eyes and laying in Savasana, or also known as corpse pose. And the idea is that you're resting in corpse pose and relaxing, and we can experience the rebirth back into our day or our evening after practicing yoga. So as we're here, we're closing our eyes, we're relaxing the body, we're bringing the focus and attention to the breath. We're breathing in and breathing out, noticing the rise and fall of the chest. Oh, thank you. Thank you, everybody texting me and letting me know the sound is good. Inhaling, exhaling. I can relax now that I know that. We can all relax as we breathe in and out. Bringing the focus to the breath and gently beginning to deepen the breath. Fill the lungs up from the bottom to the middle, all the way to the top. And exhale from the top to the middle, all the way to the bottom. Inhale, fill the lungs all the way up from the bottom to the top. And as you breathe out, we're releasing all the air from the lungs, relaxing the diaphragm, and relaxing the entire body. As we continue to breathe, we'll bring our thoughts to an intention for our yoga practice today. So think about yourself, your mind, your heart, your soul, your body, or think about a loved one, a friend, or a family member, or think about your community, think about our world or our universe. Take a few moments now and make an intention for our yoga practice together. And holding that intention in your heart, if you notice any sounds coming from around in my background or your background, or if you notice any thoughts popping into your head and competing for your attention, we'll acknowledge those, notice them. Say to them, I see you, I know you're there, I know you're vying for my attention, but not now. And watch them float by as if on a cloud so that you can bring your focus and attention back inward. From here, you can open your eyes and inhale. Raise your arms up to the ceiling. Stretch the fingers up, wiggle the fingers around. You can bring the feet together. Maybe pointing and flexing a little bit, rolling the wrists in one direction and the other. Interlace the fingers, push the palms out and up. Stretch those palms up. And release the arms next to the ears. Stretch the palms out overhead. Flex the feet, push out through the heels, up through the hands, and then releasing the fingers, stretch out through the fingertips. Very nice. Snow angel, the hands to the hips, bend the knees, bring them into the chest. Gently rock from side to side. And coming back to center, one hand on each knee, big circles going in one direction. And then reverse, big circles going in the other direction. Coming back to center, we're going to place the soles of the feet to the mat, slide them down, raise the arms overhead once again. Let's stretch the right side of the body, flex the right foot, stretch the right hand up, and if you would like more of a stretch on the right side, just gently clasp the wrist with the left hand and give a gentle tug upward. You're stretching the whole right side of the body. You're feeling that stretch through the armpit, the rib cage, and the waist. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Flex the foot. Push down through that right heel. Release. Inhale and exhale. We'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. Stretch the left hand up. Flex the left heel. Stretch it down. If you would like more of a stretch, clasp the wrist with the right hand and give a gentle tug upward. Inhale and exhale here as you stretch the left side of the body. Release. We're going to now stretch both hands up, both heels. If you'd like to lift the hips, you can. If you can't or don't want to, that's totally okay. Dropping the heels, we're going to bend the knees into the chest. Hands underneath the knees. We're going to rock forwards and backwards, up and down the spine, or you can push over, leaning to the side, and push yourself up into a seated position. But for those of you that want to roll and wake up the spine, we can do that together, rolling a few times. And maybe when you're ready to come up, catching yourself on your sits bones, flexing the feet, holding below the knees, and pulling those knees in. We're trying to sit up as straight and tall as we can. Pull the belly button up and in towards the spine. Inhale and exhale here. Squeeze the knees together. Drop the feet down. Walk them in. Clasp opposite elbows. Drop the forehead to the knees. And send love all over the body as we stretch the spine. Lifting the head, we're going to find that balance on our sits bones again. So being sure that we're not curving into the low back, we're sitting up as straight and tall as we can, coming to the toes, walking them in, holding just beneath the knees until the feet just kind of float up off the ground. Flex the feet, pull them into the body. You can hold them here, squeezing the knees together, sitting up straight and tall, or you can reach for the ankles, bring them parallel to the ground, or you can straighten the legs entirely. You can hold on, you can let go, you can reach for the toes, you can reach past the knees, whatever you do. Take a few deep breaths here. We're pulling that belly button up and in, scooping it in, using the abdomen to lift, bending the knees. We'll walk them down, walk the feet in close to the body, clasp opposite elbows. Drop the forehead down to the knees. Take a few deep breaths here. Lifting the head. We'll come back. Let's actually rock back and forward again. Let's see if we can't rock to standing. So if you want to just move to a standing position now, you can move to standing. If you'd like to try along with me, we can rock back and forth and come to a standing position. Nice job. I did that with the kids' yoga class. I think they liked it. So from standing, we're going to inhale, sweep the arms up, stretch up, up, up. We're gonna exhale, hold it here. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, hold it. One more inhale, stretching up. And exhale down the arms. Come down to the sides. Good. Just waking up the body. Inhaling, we'll stretch both arms up. Exhaling, we'll lean to one side. If you'd like to bring one hand to the hip for a little bit of extra support, you can do that as well. If not, you can just lean to the side. And if we look up, you're going to notice the sky or the ceiling up under your armpit. So that's the indicator that your arm is not too far forward. As we inhale, we'll come back to center, stretching both hands up. And as we exhale and inhale, we'll lean to the opposite side. So again, making sure that when we look up, we're seeing the sky, we're seeing the ceiling, we're lengthening through the spine as we're stretching. We're feeling that beautiful side stretch on the other side. And then we're inhaling all the way up and exhaling down. Next inhale, we're gonna roll the shoulders forward and up to the ears. Exhale, roll the shoulders back and down the spine. Inhale, roll the shoulders forward and up. Exhale, back and down. Inhale. And exhale, reversing the motion. We'll inhale, roll the shoulders back and up to the ears. Exhale, forward and down. Inhale, remembering to accept and respect what the body can do today. We'll exhale. One more inhale. Every day is different. Exhale, down. We're going to move the shoulders now down and away from the ears. Inhaling, we'll sweep both arms up. And exhaling, we'll sweep both arms down. Inhale, sweep both arms up. And exhale, sweep both arms down. One more inhale, sweep both arms up. And as we exhale, we're going to swan dive forward. So flat back, arms out to the sides. As we come all the way down, we're curving through the spine now. Hanging the arms forward, monkey arms, just let them rock back and forth. Let the crown of the head fall down towards the ground. As you inhale and exhale here, we're relaxing into a forward fold. Clasp opposite elbows, gently rock from side to side. We're just opening up the hamstrings, stretching out the calves, opening up the backs of the legs. Releasing the fingers down, we'll bend the knees and gently roll up, rolling the shoulders back and down the spine. Good. Turning the head to one side, we're going to line up the chin with the shoulder. Big inhale here. Exhale, drop the chin to the shoulder, draw the chin all the way across the chest. Inhale, look out over the opposite shoulder. Exhale, chin to shoulder, draw the chin all the way across the chest. Inhale, look out over the opposite shoulder. Exhale, chin to shoulder, draw the chin all the way across the chest. Inhale, look out over the opposite shoulder. And exhale, chin to shoulder, drop that chin all the way down the midline of the body. Relax the back of the neck gently. Rock the head from side to side. Bringing the hands up to the neck, we're gently going to massage the neck, so just gently rub in circles or tap the fingers along the sides of the neck and work your way down to the shoulders, walking the fingers along, rubbing just a little bit. Bring the arms parallel to the ground, interlace the fingers, push the knuckles away from you. The palms are facing the face, the knuckles are facing away. We're pushing the knuckles away. Now we're feeling that nice stretch across the shoulder blades. I hold a lot of tension in my shoulders, and this stretch, I always feel some of that tension leave. So hopefully you're feeling the same thing right now. You might want to rock from side to side if that feels good for you. And then we'll release the shoulders down, release the hands, and release the head up. Nice. Let's do a couple sun salutations together. So a couple of, even though it's really overcast here, hopefully it won't start raining, we'll do some sun salutations together. So I'm going to bring the microphone over here. Still hoping it's working properly and that you guys can hear me. And we'll step to the front of the mat. Feet can be together up to hip width apart. So choose what feels like a nice firm base for you. From here, we want to engage the calves, engage the thighs. Instead of sticking the butt out, we want to gently scoop the tailbone is pointing down, the hips are scooped in. We're activating the abdomen, and I always say pull that belly button up and in. So you want to imagine pulling that belly button in towards the body and gently up. We're tightening that abdomen, we're using those muscles. We're going to activate the forearms and the upper arms. We're facing forward with the chin parallel to the ground. From here, we'll inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhale, swan dive forward. Flat back as you come halfway down and come all the way down. Bend the knees. Line the fingers up with the toes. So the fingers are lined up with the toes here. We're taking the right foot, taking a big step back, coming into a lunge. Drop the knee, the top of the foot. Inhale, look up. Tuck those toes, step both feet back into the top of a push-up, a plank. We're pulling that belly button in. We're trying not to cave down. We're trying not to arch up. We're trying to keep that nice straight line. We're dropping the knees down. As we inhale, we arch through the spine. Look up, cow position. Bend the elbows, bring the chest and chin down to the ground. Slide through the hands. Hands are now next to the rib cage. We're pushing into those hands, arching through the spine, looking up or forward with neck issues. And this is upward dog. We're hanging the hips, we're dropping them down, we're stretching all through the front of the body. Tuck the toes, jackknife the hips, push the floor away from you with the hands. Spread the hands really wide. Push the floor away from you so that you come into an upside down V. The gaze can be past the belly button. And then looking up between the hands, step that right foot forward again. Line up the toes with the fingers. Drop that left knee to the mat and the toes to the mat. Sink those hips down. Look up. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck those back toes. Step both feet forward to the front of the mat. Forward fold. Whoops, don't fall over. Or fall over, that's okay. Inhale, come up halfway. Flat back, roll the shoulders back, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive. Flat back as you come all the way up. Gently reach back, gentle lean. And exhale, hands in prayer position at the heart. Release. Reorganize yourself at the front of your mat. Find that foot position, either feet together or hip width apart. We're scooping that tailbone under. We're activating the abdomen. We're activating all the muscles in our body. Standing up straight and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands in prayer position at the heart. Inhale, reach up and gently lean back. Exhale, swan dive, arms out to the sides, flat back as you come halfway down, then curve through the spine as you come all the way down. Oh, there's an eagle above my head. Hi, eagle. From here, we're gonna bend the knees, line up the fingers with the toes. With the left foot, we're taking a big step back. Step back with that left foot, leave that knee up off the ground. Turn the body towards the knee as you lift the right hand up. Gaze up past the thumb if the neck feels good, or if the neck doesn't feel good, gaze forward. We're pulling that knee up, we're pushing the heel away from the body as we raise the hand and twist the chest. Big inhales and exhales here. Drop that hand down to the mat. Step both feet back in the top of a push-up in a plank. Big inhale here. Exhale, bend the knees, chest and chin, just like we did last time, or just bend the elbows, lowering the body in four-limbed staff pose, partially down. Inhale, scoop forward, arch the spine, look up. Exhale, tuck the toes, jackknife the hips, push the floor away from you. Looking up between the hands, step the left foot forward, line the toes up with the fingers, sink the hips, but we're keeping that knee up off the ground. Turn the body to the left, lift that left shoulder, lift that left arm. Push that heel away from you, the right heel's pushing away. The left knee is directly over the ankle, and we're twisting to the left. Exhale, drop that hand down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, step both feet to the top of the mat, both feet together. Crown of the head comes down. Inhale, come up halfway, flat back, reach the crown of the head forward. Feel that nice stretch through the backs of the legs. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive, flat back as you come all the way up. Gently lean back and exhale. Hands in prayer position at the heart. Nice job, everybody. Nice job. So I think we'll do a little bit of four-limb staff pose or chaturanga later in the class. But since we're standing, let's stay standing. And let's try our hands and feet at a balancing pose. So, standing up, straight and tall, we're going to bring our focus and attention into the left foot. We're going to pick up the toes, wiggle them around, drop them down, pick up the heel, drop it down, and bring our weight into the left side of the body. Now you do want to keep a slight bend in that left knee. You don't want to lock that knee or hyperextend that knee. But we're noticing that the right knee is just starting to float up off the ground. Flex the foot. See if you can hold that knee out in front of you. And flexing the foot, creating tension between where the hands are holding the knee and pulling and where the knee is touching the hands and pushing. That will help you stay balanced as well. Something else that will help you stay balanced is focusing on a spot that's not moving, somewhere on the ground in front of you, or if there's a wall opposite of you, on that wall. And inhaling and exhaling here. Nice. So this, as you've probably already noticed, is a lot of work. So you can hold it here, you can take a break if you need to. But if this is easy for you, go ahead and bring your left hand to the left hip. See if you could turn the knee out to the right hand side. So that knee is still bent, I'm still pulling with the hand, I'm still pushing with the knee, I'm flexing that foot, I'm keeping all the muscles in my leg active. And this is a lot of strength, a lot of balance all at the same time. But if you want to add some flexibility to this, we've got some flexibility in the hip going on. If we want to add a little bit more, reach down with the first two fingers and thumb of the right hand, grab the big toe, or 4 fingers outside the foot. We're going to see if we can begin to straighten that leg to the right hand side. You don't have to go all the way. You don't have to straighten that leg entirely. The left knee is going to keep a little bend in it the whole time, but you can work towards straightening that leg, maybe counterbalancing with the other arm, doing what feels good, and giving it a try. It's okay if we fall over doing yoga. That means we're trying new things. We're going to release, bring that knee down, bring it back to center, and drop the foot down to the mat. Nice job. I know that's not easy, so even giving that a try is awesome of you. We're going to bring our focus and attention into our right foot now. So lifting the heel, lifting the toes, wiggling them around, dropping them down, spreading them out, grounding into all 4 corners of that right foot, grounding into the big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel. Really imagining that foot stably rooting itself into the ground, gently bending that right knee. So we're keeping a bend in that knee. As we do, the weight shifts to the right, the left knee floats up, and we can gently clasp outside that knee. We're flexing the foot, pushing the knee into the hand, pulling the knee with the hands, and being very gentle with our bodies. We're remembering to lift the chest to stand up straight and tall, and we're focusing the mind on a spot that's not moving. Nice. Now we know this is a lot of work, and you can hold it here, taking a break if you need to. But if you would like a little bit more today, bring the right hand to the right hip and turn the left knee out to the left hand side. So it does take some hip flexibility to do this. If you stop here, that's fine. You stop wherever you need to stop. You do whatever your body needs to do. That's the type of yoga that we do together. We listen to our bodies. We notice if we're too far in a pose. and we can come out of it just a little bit. So if you need to come out of this one, go ahead. If you want a little bit more, grab onto that toe with the first 2 fingers and the thumb, or with 4 fingers outside the foot, and work towards straightening that leg. Again, you can counterbalance with the opposite hand if you'd like. Inhaling and exhaling here, and play with holding on to the outside of the foot, holding on to the toe, doing what you need to do, giving it a try. Coming back to center, we'll release the foot and down. Nice job, everybody. Let's roll out our wrists. We've been pulling with the hands. Nice. Bring the hands forward, fingertips point up, and then drop them all the way down. Back up and down. Good. And relax. So let's do one more balancing pose together before we move down to the floor for chaturanga practice. I'm going to keep saying that until we do it so I don't forget it. So I really like tree. I think that's a fun balancing pose. So come along with me and we'll do tree together today. So focusing on our left foot again, lifting the toes, lifting the heel, grounding into all 4 corners of the foot, the big toe, the little toe, the inside of the heel, and the outside of the heel. We're going to turn the right foot and the right knee out to the right-hand side. We can keep the toes on the floor and the heel on the ankle. And if you'd like to balance right here, just bring the hands to heart center. If you want to try something a little bit more challenging, bring that foot to the calf just below the knee. If you want to try something a little bit more, don't press on the knee, press above the knee. Bring the foot up high on the thigh. And if you want to try something even a little bit more challenging, we can place the foot in half lotus position in the crease of where the leg meets the body. So decide where you'll be placing your foot today. Get there, find your balance, sit up straight and tall, or I guess stand. Make sure you're keeping a bend in that left knee, and then bring the hands to heart center. Inhale and exhale here. Try to keep a soft focus with the eyes. So that spot that you're gazing at, if you remember those 3D puzzles, that soft focus you had to have in order to see the picture jump out of that puzzle in 3D, try to reach for that focus again with your mind as we inhale and exhale. Inhaling, we'll reach both arms up, and releasing the hands from each other, we'll let our branches of our tree float down. The leaves are floating down to the earth. And inhale the hands back to heart center. Nice. We'll release. And we'll balance on the opposite side. So lifting up the heel, lifting up the toe, finding a nice place for that right foot to get comfortable. We're going to shift the weight towards the right. And we're going to turn the left foot, the left knee out to the left-hand side. If you'd like to hold it here and practice here, you can begin that soft focus with your eyes. Or if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can bring that foot to the calf, up high on the thigh, or in the crease of where the leg meets the body in half lotus position. So remember, do what feels good for your body. And when you're there, bring the hands to heart center. Inhale and exhale here. Find that soft focus. Find the breath. Maybe bring your thoughts back to your intention for our yoga practice this evening. And gently pushing the palms together, creating that tension can also help you stay balanced if you feel like you're swaying or falling over. And also, some days it's really easy to stay up, and other days it's really hard. So don't get down on yourself if today is one of those days where you're just falling over. I have those too. We'll inhale, raise the arms up, stretch up, 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 release the hands from each other, and we're letting our branches and our leaves float down to the ground, and inhaling the hands back to heart center. Nice. We'll release that foot, release the leg, and let's make our way down to the mat to practice chaturanga, which is a pose that we do almost every time we do sun salutations, or at least I cue for it for some people. Ooh. And but I don't often explain it. So today I want to explain it. It's quite a difficult pose. It doesn't look hard, but boy, it uses all of those important muscles. So I'll show you the final expression of the pose, and I have an easier time coming down from the top of a push-up or from plank. So the hands are directly underneath the shoulders. My heels are reaching back. So I'm reaching the heels back. I'm not forward like this. I'm reaching those heels back. The hands are spread wide. The hands are underneath the shoulders. The elbows are tucked into the body. And I'm coming part way down so that my arms are at a 45-degree angle. I'm staring forward at the ground. Oh, and I'm dropping all the way down because it's that hard. So some people like to come at it from starting flat on the ground, tucking the toes, and feet are about hip width apart, with the hands underneath the shoulders and lifting the body. Oh, but my body doesn't work that way very well. So you want to play with it a little bit, see what feels good for you. And one other way to practice is through straightening one leg and bending one knee and lowering the arms into position. So bringing the shoulders forward and then coming back up, bending the other leg, stretching the other leg, and lowering down on the other side. Nice. And coming back up. So the idea is that we're coming to the place where we're like this, which I can only hold for about a second or two. But that's, of course, really, you have to be working every muscle all along your body and able to do that even for a little while. And if you watch arm balancers like I do on Instagram, they seem to be able to do amazing things. So what we'll do together just one more time is with one knee for support under us, with our hands spread wide. So we're in kind of like a half plank with one knee down, and we're gently going to lower our bodies down, coming into the arm position, pushing with our hands, pushing back up, coming back to plank, bending the opposite knee, gently lowering down, coming to half chaturanga, keeping those elbows squeezed into the body, then lifting up, and then let's come to a seated position. If you have water nearby, now is the time. Go ahead and get a drink of water. You deserve a break. So that's a pretty difficult one. You're probably going to feel your arms tomorrow. I know I will. Men tend to have better upper body and arm strength than women do. We have really good strength in our legs. So I find a lot of those arm balances challenging, but I also find that they get easier and I get better at them over time. So even if that seems really hard, it's a good thing to play with or to practice and to do modifications for, so that you can over time build that strength in every part of your body. So From sitting, we're going to do some gentle twisting today. So we're going to, let's lift the right leg. The left knee is pointed forward towards me. The left foot is next to my right hip. And then I'm going to bend my right knee and place my right foot just outside the left knee. So we're in a little bit of a pretzel position here. The right hand goes behind the back to hold my chest up. The left hand, I'm inhaling up and exhaling, turning to the right hand side. Bring the elbow inside the knee. Turn from the belly, the chest, the shoulders, the neck, and the head. Turn and look all the way behind you. Release that spinal twist, come back to center. Just do a gentle counter twist in the opposite direction. That's feeling really good across my shoulder blades. I think I needed this one. We're gonna switch the legs. So now the right leg comes down to the ground. The knee is pointing forward. The foot is next to the left hip. The left knee is bending. The foot is just outside the right knee. The left hand goes behind the back. It holds my chest up straight and tall. Inhale. The right arm raises up. I turn to the left. Drop the elbow inside the knee. Now, if this is a lot for you, you can just hug that knee into the body. So you can hug the knee into the body and gaze kind of diagonal to the left-hand side. That's totally fine. But if it feels good for you to have the left hand behind and the right elbow inside of the knee, then you can use that elbow as leverage to turn from the belly, the chest, the neck, and the head, turning and looking behind you as far as you can to the left. And releasing that stretch, coming back to center. Just a gentle counter twist in the opposite direction. Nice job. All right, let's come to a straddle. The straddle can be as wide as you like or not as wide as you like. So remember, we're listening to our bodies today and every day, and hopefully this is a practice that we'll be able to take with us even when we're not doing yoga, and listen to our bodies and be able to know when we're starting to feel sick, to start to take care of ourselves a little bit better, when we're starting to feel tired, to take a break as we need to. So using what we're learning from that biofeedback, bringing it into our regular lives is a really important thing. So from here, because we're doing such we're doing kind of an extreme hamstring stretch here, I want you to extra pay attention to listening to your body. So rather than just trying to lay flat down on the floor, which could cause a lot of injuries if you're not warmed up and if it's not part of your regular practice, we're just going to be gentle with ourselves. So we're just going to walk the hands gently forward. Just come a little bit forward. We're gently leaning forward. We're trying to unlock the lower back. So rather than curving through the upper back or where the shoulder blades are, and rather than curving from here, try to keep that chest up as you gently bring your belly just a little bit closer to the mat. And if this is as far as you're coming, you're doing just fine. If you're feeling that nice stretch through the legs, then you can stop right here. You're doing it just right. If you do need a little bit more, you can just walk the hands out a little bit more. You can rest on the elbows, but we're trying not to collapse the chest. And we're not trying to push our bodies forward. We're trying to listen to our bodies and do the stretch that they need. So from here, we're just gonna walk the hands to one foot or shin or knee. And we're gonna walk the hands back across, forward again, and then to the other foot or shin or knee. We're gonna walk the hands back to center and in. We're gonna sit up straight and tall and bring the hands behind the hips. So the hands are just next to the hips. We're arching through the chest, we're sitting up, we're flexing our feet up, and then we're releasing that stretch. Very nice. We're gonna bend the knees and bring the soles of the feet together. Bring the soles of the feet together and walk the feet in as close to the body as feels comfortable for you. Sitting up straight and tall, we're gonna take a big inhale. As we exhale, we'll walk the hands forward. You can hold on to the feet and lean, or you can walk the hands forward. And again, we're not pulling from the shoulders, we're pushing from the belly. We're relaxing into this stretch. And that's when it feels good. We'll walk the hands back up. We're gonna scoot the feet out about 2 feet from the body. So for those of you who are less familiar with what feet is, we're making a diamond shape with the legs and the body. So it looks like a nice equidistant diamond shape that we're making. And this is a great stretch if you're a runner. If you have a tight IT band, if you could use a little stretching before and after running, we're gonna inhale, sit up straight and tall, and as we exhale, did I tell you to slide your hands underneath your ankles for a little extra cushion? If I didn't do that, slide those palms under the ankles, inhale, sit up straight and tall, exhale, bend the elbows, draw the chest closer to the legs. And again, if you stop here, that's absolutely fine. If you need a little bit more, you come down as far as you need to in order to feel that benefit, that stretch. And we're coming all the way back up. We're stretching the feet out in front of us. Toes are pointing up to the sky. I like to pull the flesh of my sits bones back so that I can sit up straight and tall. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, lead with the chest and chin, and then curve through the spine. Stretch forward. Now we're really stretched out today. We're using this as a cool down stretch instead of a warm-up stretch. So if you are reaching the feet, you can grab those first 2 big toes with your first 2 fingers and thumbs. Elbows come out to either side. They're coming to the floor next to the calves. The chest is coming forward. You're imagining a dotted line between the forehead and the calves. Now this is a ton for some people. So if you're just here or here and you feel that nice stretch across the hamstrings and the calves, then you're doing a great job. So I just want you to do what feels good for you. I don't want you to overstretch, and I don't want you to hurt yourself. Now wherever you are, from here, I want you to walk the hands to one side. Walk the hands to one side. Not all the way to the side, about 45-degree angles from between the hip and the leg. And then we're gonna walk the hands back to center and walk the hands to the other side about a 45-degree angle. We're feeling that stretch change in our lower back, maybe in our legs as well. We're walking the hands back to center. Oh my gosh, I'm getting so dirty today. And we'll walk the hands up the legs. Nice job, everybody. Let's lie down on our mats, on our backs, and make our way to final relaxation. Now I hope I'm gonna try to lay down with you again, because it's no fun if I have to be sitting and you guys are all relaxing. So I'm gonna give it a try. I hope you can hear me. I'll talk to you afterwards. Hopefully this worked. Fingers crossed. So lying on our backs, on our mats, with our feet stretched out before us, we're gonna inhale, raise the right leg, point and flex that foot. Circle the ankle in one direction and then reverse. Bend the knee, pull it into the chest. Lift the forehead towards the knee. Lift the other foot up just a couple of inches. You'll notice I'm flexing both my feet. I'm taking deep breaths into the abdomen, massaging all my internal organs. Inhale and exhale here. Release the left leg, release the head, stretch the right leg up to the sky, up to the ceiling. Now you can just hold behind the right leg right here above the knee and inhale and exhale here, flexing that foot. That's going to be a really nice stretch. If you want or need more of a stretch, walk the hands up the leg towards the ankle, flexing the foot again, coming into spider pose. The elbows are coming out to either side. And the nose is coming a little closer to the knee. The leg is coming a little bit closer to the face. Releasing that leg, we're going to drop the head, bend the knee, place the foot on top of the left knee. Stretch the right arm out to the right, turn the head, look to the right. With the left hand on the right knee, we're going to twist and turn, pulling the knee down to the left-hand side, coming into a spinal twist. Both shoulder blades, both shoulders are into the mat, into the floor. Inhale and exhale here. Release all that tension from the lower back. Release any tension you might still be carrying. And then release that twist, come back to center. Inhale, the right leg up, and exhale, the right leg down. Switching sides. Inhale the left leg up, just keep pointing and flexing that foot. Rotate the ankle in one direction and reverse. Bend the knee, pull it into the chest, lift the forehead towards the knee. Lift the right leg just a couple of inches off the ground. Take big, deep breaths into the abdomen, massaging the internal organs. Drop the foot, drop the head, raise the left leg up to the sky, up to the ceiling. You can hold just above the knee, stretching that leg up and flexing that foot. This is a nice big stretch. If you need more or want more, walk the hands up to the ankle, lifting the forehead up to the knee. Bring the leg closer to the face, the shin closer to the forehead, elbows come out to either side. Release that stretch, bend the knee, place the foot on top of the right knee, stretch the left arm out to the left, turn the head to the left. Pull the knee down to the right hand side. Release that stretch. Come back to center on your mat. Slide both feet down the mat. Come back to Savasana or corpse-like pose. Arms are at a 45-degree angle from the body. Palms are facing up. Feet are falling out to either side. There's about 2 feet between your heels. Head, neck, and spine are in one straight line. And close the eyes. Notice the rise and fall of the chest. Notice if you feel more centered, more energy, more relaxed. What did you come away from today's practice with? As you inhale, fill the lungs all the way up from the bottom to the top. And as you exhale, empty the lungs from the top all the way to the bottom. Inhale, fill the lungs from the bottom all the way to the top. And exhale, release all the air from the lungs. Continue with long, deep, slow breaths like this as you bring your thoughts back to your intention for our yoga practice this evening. Know that you worked hard with that intention behind your practice today. And know that it's been heard. Gently wiggle the fingers and the toes and bring your awareness back into your body. If you need to take any final stretches before we end our practice today, do that, and then roll over gently onto one side just for a few moments. And as you sit up, I would like for you to maintain that peace that you cultivated today as you come into a comfortable seated position. And then we'll end our practice together. So sitting up straight and tall with a nice aligned head, neck and spine, shoulders are back and down. We'll inhale and sweep the arms up. And exhale, sweep the arms down. Inhale, sweep up. And exhale, down. Last inhale, sweeping up. And bringing the palms together, we'll exhale the palms in front of the forehead. May we think positive thoughts. We'll bring the hands in front of the lips. May we speak kind words. We'll bring our hands in front of our hearts. May we spread love and joy wherever we go. Namaste, my friends, old friends and new friends joining me today. Namaste is a greeting throughout India, and it means that the light within me salutes the light within you. I recognize the divine in you, and I appreciate you joining me today for this yoga class this evening. It was such a pleasure for me to be here and bring this to you. And oh, it's just starting to rain. I'm gonna just escape the rain. And thank you so much for joining me. It means the world to me. If you are able to donate to my small business, then I greatly appreciate it. The two ways that you could donate are PayPal or the Cash App. So on the Cash App, you can look for the cash tag Bliss Evolution. You could find that at cash.app/Bliss Evolution. Or on PayPal, you can go to paypal.me/Bliss Evolution and pay there. Thank you again, and I'll be back same time next week. And to let you know, if you don't already know, I have a gentle yoga class on Tuesdays at noon. I have a kid-friendly family yoga class on Wednesdays at 4. And on Thursdays, on days like today, I have a half an hour meditation at noon. It's a breathe and meditate class, so we do a little bit of breath work and a little bit of meditation. It's not a movement class, so we're not doing yoga. And then in the evening, we're doing a nice Hatha Yoga class together at 6. So share with your family and your friends if people are sitting on the couch a lot today like I did and they need to move a little bit. I greatly appreciate you sharing these classes with them. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you next week.